Henry Cavill isn't just playing games anymore, he's at war with Amazon over the future of Warhammer. Did he just take a stand against the studio's woke agenda and tear down the project he once called his dream? Amazon is pushing for major changes, introducing female custodes and altering the beloved lore, but Cavill, a die-hard Warhammer fan, isn't backing down. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel and enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Could this be the final blow that leads him to walk away from the biggest project of his career, just like he did with The Witcher? Stay tuned, because this battle might change the Warhammer universe forever. Cavill is now facing off with Amazon over its controversial direction for the Warhammer 40k universe. As a lifelong Warhammer fan, his deep connection to the franchise goes beyond acting this as personal. Amazon, however, seems determined to alter the cherished lore, pushing changes that threaten the core identity of the Warhammer world. One major sticking point: the introduction of female custodes, a move that has left Cavill frustrated as it strays from the traditional Warhammer narrative. This addition may seem minor to some, but to Cavill and millions of die-hard Warhammer fans, it signals a shift that undermines the authenticity of the universe he holds dear. This isn't just another acting gig for Cavill. Warhammer 40k has been a lifelong passion. He has spent years collecting figures, hand-painting them, and immersing himself in the lore that has built a global community of fans.
I was looking on your Instagram, and you certainly, I know you shouldn't say somebody looks like a nerd or doesn't look like a nerd. You don't look like a nerd. You look like the opposite of a nerd.
Right.
You look like the quarterback or even, the offensive lineman or something like that. You're a big, handsome, muscular guy, and yet you have hobbies, the hobbies of a nerd. Would you?
I do, yes.
You do. This is something that you, I'm told, are very involved with, and this is, you're painting. What is this thing you're painting?
That is it's a helmet.
Okay.
A very small helmet, obviously.
Tiny little helmet, and this is the full figure.
And that is a body attached
to the helmet. You painted this.
I did.
And then you play with it?
You paint many of them, and then you play with them with other people.
When Amazon approached him to star in and produce the Warhammer 40k series, Cavill took on more than just a role. He embraced the responsibility to protect the franchise's legacy. His goal? To bring Warhammer's rich universe to life without compromising the integrity that has kept fans loyal for decades. This isn't the first time Cavill has clashed with studios over creative differences. Take Netflix's The Witcher, for example. Cavill famously exited that series after growing frustrated with how Netflix was deviating from the original story in favor of what many called woke reinterpretations. For him, loyalty to the source material is paramount, and his experience with The Witcher has set the stage for his current tensions with Amazon. The situation with Warhammer runs deeper. Unlike other projects, this isn't just about maintaining his career, it's about preserving a universe he's invested in since childhood. Fans had hoped that Cavill's leadership as an executive producer would safeguard the project from the kind of creative tampering that has plagued so many adaptations. But with Amazon now leaning into diversity initiatives that include altering the original Warhammer lore, the heart of what makes Warhammer special is in jeopardy. Cavill's frustration with Amazon reflects a broader issue within the industry, one where studios prioritize inclusivity at the expense of authenticity. While diversity is important, Cavill and the fans believe it shouldn't come at the cost of dismantling the core of a beloved story. The Warhammer 40k community has always been built on tradition and lore, and Cavill has consistently shown that he's not afraid to walk away when those principles are compromised. As Amazon continues to push changes that don't align with Warhammer's established vision, the question remains, is Cavill nearing his breaking point? For now, it looks like the battle between Cavill and Amazon is far from over, and the future of the Warhammer 40k project hangs in the balance. Fans are watching closely, as this could mark a defining moment not just for Cavill's career, but for the integrity of one of the most cherished franchises in sci-fi history. So what does Amazon do? They introduce female custodes, the elite warriors of the Warhammer universe who have always been male since the lore's inception decades ago. This wasn't about adding depth to the story or exploring new character dynamics, it was simply to fulfill a diversity quota. This kind of decision-making has unfortunately become the norm for major Hollywood studios like Amazon, where ticking diversity boxes is prioritized over preserving the essence of beloved franchises. It's no longer about crafting a compelling narrative or honoring the original creator's vision, it's about projecting a progressive image that looks good to critics and activists. Studios seem obsessed with the optics of inclusivity, They believe that if they don't inject diversity into every corner of their projects, they'll be attacked by a vocal minority on social media. In reality, by catering to this small yet loud group, they alienate the core fan base, the people who have loved and supported these stories for years. It's a false sense of progress. True representation should enhance the story, not feel forced, and certainly not rewrite the very foundations of a universe like Warhammer 40k. When diversity is added just to meet an artificial standard, it feels lazy and disingenuous, often leaving the story hollow. For someone like Henry Cavill, this isn't just an irritating creative choice, it's a direct violation of everything Warhammer stands for. As a longtime fan, Cavill has invested years into this world, and the integrity of its lore means everything to him. This isn't just a paycheck for Cavill, it's a project fueled by passion and respect for the source material. That's why the introduction of female custodes felt like a slap in the face to him. It goes against the very essence of what the Warhammer universe is built on. Cavill has already been through this battle before. Remember Netflix's The Witcher? He left that series after repeated frustrations with the way Netflix deviated from the original story to inject modern, woke reinterpretations. Now, history seems to be repeating itself with Amazon's Warhammer 40k adaptation, and Cavill's patience is running thin. It's not just about him, though. The Warhammer community, one of the most passionate and loyal fan bases in the world, is equally outraged. For them, this is more than just a small tweak, it's a massive retcon that goes against decades of established lore. Fans who have followed Warhammer 40k for years are furious that something so crucial to the universe is being rewritten for the sake of diversity. They feel betrayed, and their anger is palpable across forums, social media, and comment sections. This isn't just fan outrage for the sake of it, these are longtime supporters of the franchise who believe in staying true to its roots. Cavill, as both a fan and an executive producer, is standing alongside them. He understands their frustration because he shares it. For him and many others, Warhammer 40k isn't just another fantasy world to be manipulated at will. It's a rich, intricate universe that deserves respect, not to be bent and twisted to fit modern trends. As the pushback grows louder, the question becomes, will Amazon listen to the fans and Cavill, or will they continue to force their agenda regardless of the consequences? One thing is clear, this is a make-or-break moment for both the future of Warhammer 40k and Henry Cavill's involvement in the project. The fans are watching, and they won't let their beloved franchise be ruined without a fight. Fans wasted no time expressing their outrage on social media, slamming Amazon and Games Workshop for what they saw as a blatant attempt to rewrite Warhammer history just to fit a politically correct agenda. For a fanbase that lives and breathes the intricate lore of the Warhammer universe, such disregard for its established storylines felt like a betrayal. The backlash was swift and intense. In fact, the outrage grew so large that Games Workshop stock took a noticeable dip, signaling just how serious the fans were about this issue. Boycotts began popping up as longtime supporters of the brand vowed to stop buying Games Workshop products, furious that the company would allow Amazon to tamper with the lore in such a way. But this wasn't just about the inclusion of female characters, it went much deeper than that. For the fans, it was about the integrity of the world they had dedicated their time, money, and passion to. The Warhammer community made it crystal clear they wanted an authentic adaptation of the universe they loved, not one tainted by forced diversity, and with both the fans and Henry Cavill standing united in opposition, the pressure on Amazon was mounting. Perhaps Amazon underestimated just how deeply people care about this universe and the lengths they would go to in order to protect it. Now, the big question is, how far is Henry Cavill willing to go to defend Warhammer 40k from becoming another victim of Hollywood's trend toward political correctness? Let's delve into Cavill's bold response to the situation. Rumors have been swirling that Cavill has already pulled the plug on the Warhammer 40k project altogether. That's right, word on the street is that, fed up with Amazon's woke interference, Cavill may have taken drastic action and shut the whole thing down himself. While there hasn't been any official confirmation yet, knowing Cavill's track record, it wouldn't be surprising if he's already made his move. For Cavill, this isn't just another acting gig, this is his passion project, and he's shown time and again that he values loyalty to the source material above all else. He's gone on record multiple times emphasizing the importance of respecting the lore, whether it's Warhammer, The Witcher, or any other project he's involved in. This dedication sets him apart from so many other actors. He's not just playing a role, he's a fan first, and that means he's willing to fight for the integrity of the worlds he loves. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far and want to stay updated on all the drama surrounding Warhammer 40k, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss what comes next as the Warhammer saga unfolds. With every passing day, the tension between Cavill and Amazon grows. As the fans rally behind him, the stakes are higher than ever. Will Cavill stick it out with Amazon and fight for the soul of Warhammer 40k? Or will he choose to cut ties and walk away from the project altogether? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the future of Warhammer 40k is in jeopardy, and Henry Cavill is leading the charge to protect it. The fans are right there with him, ready to back him up in this epic battle for the heart and soul of a franchise they cherish. So stay tuned and keep your eyes on the war of words unfolding in the world of Warhammer 40k, as it could change everything we know about this beloved universe.